Jean Brannon. I'm an author and acupuncturist, and I'd like to welcome you today. I'm hoping that you will find this little chat very helpful, and I'm hoping that it will become useful to you in your daily life. What I'd like to talk to you about today is joy. And so the first question I would ask you is, when is the last time you really thought about what makes you happy in life, or what brings you joy, or what lights you up? Those are very, very, very important things to be asking, because joy is actually what brings wonderful things into our lives. If we can actually feel that feeling within us, we can attract other things to us that light us up. But if we tend to spend our days focusing on things that perhaps aren't so much fun, or if we get into a routine where at work maybe we feel like we're an ox just pulling a plow, at some point we can become very good at pulling a plow, but is it really fun? If you've ever wondered what's a good way to really measure how much fun you're having in your life, I want you to just think back for a minute and just think, when is the last time you really played? When is the last time you just had a spontaneous moment, or allowed yourself to just take a day for you and just have no plan or agenda, and just do things that made you feel good? Because the feeling good aspect is really a fundamental key of being joyful in life. And so, so many people that come in to me to see me for acupuncture, when we talk about joy, a lot of them have a real disconnect with that. I work with busy executives or sports professionals, or people that are just super busy, they've gotten into that grind, and happiness is really on the back burner. They're concerned about paying their bills, and they're concerned about being responsible and raising their children. And while those are wonderful, wonderful things, at the end of the day, if we don't find a way to provide for our families, or to find a career or a life path that really lights us up, then we're never going to actually be all that we can be in this life. And so that's what I want to help you change. If you feel like you're not lit up by the decisions that you've made, it's always a perfect opportunity at any point to just sit, reevaluate, and just take a look at things. Take stock. Am I really happy? Am I really lit up? Is this working for me? And if you can't honestly say that it's working for you, then making some changes, I really feel would benefit you greatly, and benefit all the ones that you love, and actually benefit everyone that you come into contact with in life. Energetically speaking, that's how life works. If we work on ourselves, that's the inner part, and we go out into the world, and if we've got the inner part correct, that just shines forth, and the outer part then becomes correct. So what I'd like to talk to you about then is, what are some ways that you can bring greater joy into your life? And so one of the things that can be very, very helpful is to just make things simple and try to imagine yourself as a toddler. Have you ever paid attention to toddlers? They really have no issues with joy. They haven't learned yet that they need to be responsible and grown up, and that they can't dream about being a ballerina or a fireman or an astronaut. Actually, if you ever ask a little kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? They never say, I just want to have a really steady job and provide for my family. You'll never hear that from a toddler, and that's why they make such great role models for us. So I want you to do that little exercise. Just when you get up in the morning, just put on your little toddler hat. Just pretend, okay, I'm going to just be happy. I'm going to just make some choices based upon what lights me up. And the only question that really matters, if you're trying to approach this exercise, is look at a situation, whatever it is, and ask yourself, does this light me up or does it not? If the answer is yes, then do it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's crazy. You may just spontaneously want to go for a hike in the mountains and you might have to drive for 2 hours to get there. Well, that's okay. That could be fun and it could rejuvenate you in the rest of your life. And it could, if you have to go to work tomorrow in a perhaps not so joyful situation, you can bring those moments from the hike in the mountains into your work. And it can really start changing how you approach every day. So no matter what you do throughout the day today, that's the exercise that I want you to really put into practice. Just ask yourself if you need to make any decision. If you're trying to choose between celery and broccoli at the grocery store, just look at them and say, does this light me up or not? If the celery lights you up, that's great. If the broccoli lights you up, go for it. You know, and if they both do, then I would encourage you to have both of them, because choice, options, being able to see that there's not just one thing or one way that life has to be. If we can let go of that control, it really allows for joy to fill us. So that is your handy, helpful tip for the day. Look for more joy in your life and you will find it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.